What's up, guys? Housing Market Morty here, and today we're going to be looking at some Airbnb statistics, but not just Airbnb, all short-term rentals. So that would be Airbnb, Vrbo. What others are there? There's like, I don't know. I can't think of any others. What am I advertising for them? Who cares? The important thing is this is going to have some impacts on not just Airbnb owners, obviously, but also on people who are wanting to buy houses. And I'm going to tell you how that's going to happen and where it's going to happen as well. I'm going to tell you all that in today's Housing Market Morty Reporty. And guys, before we go any farther, you may recognize this dope studio, and that's because Travis from Real Estate Mindset is letting me use his studio. He's kind of teaching me the ropes here. He's got an awesome setup, and I'm really glad he's letting me use it. So let's get into the data. Let's look at this Newsweek article right now. Airbnb revenue collapse sparks housing market crash fears. An unfolding revenue crisis for Airbnb, the popular service that lets property owners rent out their spaces to travelers, could trigger a housing market crash on par with the 2008 subprime crisis in some cities, according to a real estate expert. Revenues for the San Francisco-based company have dropped nearly 50% in cities like Phoenix and Austin, suggesting that the company might be facing an unfolding crisis. This is according to recent data from All the Rooms, comparing Airbnb profits in May 2022 and May 2023. All right, look at this. The Airbnb collapse is real, tweeted Nick Jurley, CEO of Reventure Consulting. You guys probably recognize him from the YouTube, a company that offers advice to homebuyers and real estate investors on Tuesday while sharing the company's data on revenues. So guys, check out this graph. This is the revenue or the profits for Airbnb owners right here. And you can see there was a big surge in, Q3 of 2022. But now we're starting to drop down. You can see we're still not below the pre-pandemic level, but there's a major drop from this peak. And the question is that going to force people to buy? Let's look at some more data. Now, guys, Nick Jurley has put together a little list here where the revenues have dropped the absolute most. These are the top 15 cities where this is happening. So guys, the first two are Severville, Tennessee and Phoenix, Arizona at 47% down in revenue. 47% down. I don't know about you guys, but I couldn't take a 47% pay cut. Are these people going to sell? I don't know. Austin, Texas, it's down 46% there. Myrtle Beach, South Carolina, down 45%. San Antonio, Texas, 43%. Asheville, North Carolina, 42%. Negative 39% in Salisbury, Maryland. Nashville, Tennessee, you guys, negative 39%. Nashville. Denver, Colorado, one of the best tourist destinations around, still down 38%. Breckenridge, Colorado, you guys, 37% down. That is a huge popular tourist destination with skiing and lodges and resorts and all that. 37% down. New Orleans, Louisiana, 37% down. Lakeland, Florida, 35% down. Seattle, Washington, Panama City, Orlando, Florida, all 34 and 35% down. So guys, 30 to 50% drops in these top cities. Is that sustainable? How many of these people are going to sell? That's the real question here. Let's actually look at some numbers and see how many could possibly sell. How many Airbnb owners are there? Let's find out. Look at these key Airbnb statistics. Now I'm going to breeze through these top three because I don't really care, but there were 6.6 million listings on Airbnb run by 4 million hosts. 6.6 million listings. But how many of those were in the United States? Let's find out. Take a look at this global graph of where the Airbnbs are. You will see immediately that the United States is most of them with 40%. Now I'm going to do some math, which is not my strong suite, but luckily we do have a calculator. So we said from this last slide, I think, that we've got 6.6 million. So let's do some math here. 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right, yeah. Okay, times 0.406 equals 2.6 million, you guys. 2.6 million Airbnbs, and a lot of them are losing 30 to 50% of their revenue. That is crazy. So guys, 2.6 million possible Airbnbs that could be sold. Now, obviously, not everybody is going to sell. It's going to be hard to predict. We could talk all day about how many people will sell, but let's talk now about people who will be forced to sell, because some cities are actually banning Airbnb and other short-term rentals. Take a look at this map right now. These cities have passed laws banning or restricting Airbnbs and other short-term rental listings. Atlanta, Georgia, Charleston, South Carolina, Washington, D.C., Jacksonville, Florida, Las Vegas, Nevada, Los Angeles, California, and San Francisco, California. So guys, those are the cities that have actually introduced some little bans or regulations against short-term rentals. Now, look, I'm not really a fan of the government doing anything, and I'm certainly not typically a fan of extra regulation, but in this case, this is kind of a good thing, and I'm going to tell you why. Add to those cities you just saw Dallas. Look at this. Dallas City Council ban on STR. So STR is a short-term rental. Last night, the Dallas City Council officially voted to ban STRs in single-family areas. Currently, around 1,000 Airbnb or Vrbo rentals would be illegal after December of this year. So guys, after December, these guys are not going to be able to make a profit anymore with their short-term rental property. They are going to be forced to sell or come up with some other way to pay this mortgage. So what happens to an STR in Dallas now? Currently, you can still keep operating your short-term rental or renting one out until the end of the calendar year. Here are the changes going forward. Short-term rentals to register annually and pay hotel occupancy taxes. There's another tax, you guys. That's going to be further eating into the revenue. If you fail to do this, it is a 2 strikes and you're out policy. However many bedrooms the residence has, that is how many parking spots you're required to have as well. So some people will actually have to pour new parking areas to even be within the law here. Now, guys, here's a very interesting point. Increase in crime in Dallas due to short-term rentals. In not shocking news, a lot of folks use short-term rentals to throw parties. Nothing wrong with that. However, Dallas police said at a city council meeting that 20% of these STRs have a 911 call to them due to a party getting out of control. It's not surprising, guys. You're not going to stay at an Airbnb for like work or whatever. You're there to party and have a great time. So guys, the long and short of it is a bunch of people, we don't know how many, but a bunch of them are about to either be forced to sell their Airbnbs or they're going to get sick of it because maybe they thought it was passive income and now it's actually kind of a pain. Their revenues are tanking. And as they see revenues shrinking, they might not be down with that. A number of them are going to sell and a number of them are going to be forced to sell. Now, why do you care? Well, maybe you've been waiting for the right time to buy a home. That time may soon be coming because as we know, as inventory increases, price decreases. This term crash sounds very scary always. Oh my gosh, a real estate crash, that's awful. That just means the prices are going to super go down, and that's good if you're looking to scoop up some property. Unless you like overpaying for things. Maybe you're like a rapper or an athlete. You like to just throw out money for nothing. I don't know. For me, I want to buy a house when it's not going to cost me a fortune, and that time may soon be nigh. And on top of that, it looks like the areas where these Airbnbs are disappearing, the crime might actually go down a little bit. Any reduction in crime is a good thing. Anyway, guys, what do you think about this? What do you think about the bans on Airbnbs? Are you happy? What if you have a lot of Airbnbs in your neighborhood? Do the people bother you? Would you rather see them gone, or do you enjoy the tourists and all that? Are you poised and ready for this increase in inventory and this drop in prices? Let me know in the comments below what you think. And as always, until next time, be happy, healthy, wise, and wealthy.